Just keep your eyes closed, please, and share these thoughts as I am talking to you. Please see the truth of it. The moment you close your eyes, please see that friends completely relaxed. And as I asked you, please somebody get up and this first fan, just reduce it, near the sand on the right hand side. Just reduce the speed. Next thing, please. The moment you close your eyes, thereafter you must know what exactly to do. Just remember one thing. Meditation, call it happiness, bliss, peace, whatever you like. Please know that, friends, it is instantaneous. Always you are that. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not, that is your nature, and it is now and here instantaneous. Like the moment, please listen to that example. The moment you open your eyes, you cannot escape see so many different forms and colors. Also, please don't miss out. You cannot escape seeing the formless, colorless space. When you open your eyes, you not only see the forms of many kinds, colors of many kinds, but you cannot escape seeing the formless space and the colorless space. But in life, we are so used to forms and colors, they being so dominant that you lose sight of the space, the formless, colorless space, that you are completely lost in the forms of many kinds and colors of many kinds. Please see the beauty, friends. Formlessness is a simple, easy, available at all times, everywhere. The forms are complicated, millions of varieties. Formlessness, one of a kind. Colors, exotic colors and its combinations, a million kinds. Colorlessness, one of a kind. Let's see that principle in the universe. The moment you recognize that principle, you shall also be able to recognize the absolute principle that you are. Like the moment you wake up, You start listening to the sounds of many kinds. As you wake up in the morning, the sounds of different birds, animals, vehicles can start coming up. But while listening to the sounds, you cannot escape listening the silence all through. There are sounds of million kinds. Silence, one of a kind. As you been outside, please see every sense experience like that. The tongue is tasteless, but it recognizes tastes of thousands and thousands of kinds. At this moment, your tongue is tasteless, always there. The moment you place something on the tongue, the taste comes out. Tastelessness is the truth. Tastes come and go. Formlessness, colorlessness is always there. Forms and colors go on changing. At the level of the ear, silence is always there. Sounds keep coming and going. Same thing, your touch. Body by itself is not a touch, it is always there. The skin is always there. But sensation of touches, cold, hot, soft, hard, pricking sensations or soothing sensations come and go. The skin by itself is not a sensation, but the skin reports sensation. Seeing is not a form or a color. See that. Same way at the level of your nose, fragrance of different kinds. At the nose by itself is no sense of fragrance. Now, with every sensation, be that of a sound, a thought, an impression is created. Please see that. The touch sensations, the tastes and sights and smells, each one of it create impressions in your mind. So then you close your eyes. The gross sound, sight, touch, taste or smell remain in the outside physical universe. Impressions are within. So the moment you close your eyes, listen and be that, please. The moment you open your eyes, as you cannot escape not only the forms and colors, but also the formless, colorless space. The moment you close your eyes, you cannot escape your memories of all kinds. The sounds, the touches, the taste, the smell, the sights from your childhood until now. Million impressions will float by, pass by. Well, listen, friends, and please see it now. Just as your ears, the moment you wake up, listen to the sounds. It also reports silence, but you don't recognize it. The eyes report the forms and colors, also reports the formless, colorless space, but you don't recognize. Same, the moment you close your eyes, you move into the land of impressions. And your impressions, please see that. The thoughts of the sounds can't be heard by your ears. The sensation of touches, the impressions of the sensation of touches, your skin cannot grasp. The impressions of sights, the thoughts of things that you have seen can't be seen by your eyes. Your tongue cannot taste the memories of taste. The nose outside cannot smell the memories of fragrance. All these memories are known. Your eyes cannot see it, ears cannot hear it, tongue cannot taste it, nose cannot smell it, but you know it, you are conscious. The moment you are closing your eyes, your utterance, please see that, friends, your utterance, not only conscious of things, please see these, listen to these, and recognize these now. The moment you close your eyes, you are not only conscious of many sounds, touches and tastes, memories, impressions. Listen, please. Long before you are conscious of these impressions, first you are conscious. To be conscious of something, first you must be conscious. Then the something comes. Just see that. Consciousness is instantaneous. A thought may or may not be there. An impression may or may not be there. First you are conscious. You can't escape being the consciousness. Thoughts cannot last. Self, the consciousness, can never be lost sight of. Thoughts you cannot hold on to. Consciousness you cannot escape. Close your eyes and listen if you like. You are not comfortable closing your eyes, you can open your eyes. But direct your attention within. Please remember, friends, meditation, being yourself, is neither closing the eyes nor opening the eyes. Closing the eye is not meditation. To close your eyes means to help you to suspend your perceptions for some time. Opening the eyes is not end of meditation. Opening the eyes is to engage yourself again in your perception, to resume your life. Meditation never ends, never begins. You are the meditation. This is something nobody can escape grasping. If you are a child, it's a different question. When you are a grown-up, educated, sensitive, mature, you can't escape seeing the truth of what I am sharing with you. Just see, recognize the whole mechanism. Just relax. Now please see this. Close your eyes, open your eyes, but see this. Listening, please. Listening is continuous. Please see this point. When you are listening to me or my speech, that is only not listening. You are continuously listening, meaning you are conscious at the level of your ears. The moment a sound is produced, you grasp it. It's like a machine. There are is waiting, or like a camera that you put it in the wildlife sanctuaries. The camera is always on, it's continuously seen. Anything that passes by, it snaps up. Just because no wild animal passing by, that doesn't mean camera is not seen. It continues to take the photograph. Same thing also. You are conscious, and you are conscious at the level of your ears. If there are no sounds, you are still listening. The sound happens, you are listening to a sound. But if the sound is not there, you are still listening. Means you are being conscious at the level of your ear. If you sit down with your eyes open, you are continuously seeing. But what you are seeing depends on what passes in front of you. Seeing is continuous, but seeing a cloud is not continuous, because a cloud is not everlasting. Seeing is continuous, but seeing a bird is not continuous. Or a person is not continuous, but a person can be shattered, can die away. But your seeing is not taken away. This bird at a distance, gone. Listening continues. Sounds float away. Move away, fade away. Touching is continuously there. What you touch comes and goes. Now cold breeze. Now it is a little hot wind there. Now something touching you. Now something is not there. Even another person touching. Now it's there, now it is not. The touching is continuous. Your tongue is always ready to taste. The food may or may not be there. The nose is always ready to smell. The listening is continuous. Sound comes and goes. Same way within. Being conscious. Is continuous. Thoughts are not continuous. Same thought cannot last forever. No memory can last forever. You think for yourself. From your childhood until now, how many memories, sense of joy, love, affection, deception, frustration, fear, anxiety, compassion, kindness, so many different emotions. But all you have encountered, passed through in life, memories are faded away. As a child, you must have seen your grandparents. They are not there anymore. Maybe your parents are not there. Sometimes it can happen, your own children can pass before you. Your friends disappear. Memories linger, but do not linger forever. You are always there. So close your eyes, please. If you have opened your eyes, please close your eyes. See this inner landscape. Where you, the space of consciousness, are a permanent feature, an eternal existence. Thoughts dance away. Memories pass. Just being with yourself. As I told you, you can't escape being with yourself. Nor you can stay with a thought forever. However much you try to hold on to a thought, it shall slip away, fade away. That is why meditation is not trying to cling to a thought, an idea, or even try to push away a thought. Meditation is not an activity. To push away something or to cling into something is not an activity. Meditation is your being, who you are. Just see that, friends. The other day I was talking to some people. Please listen to that and see the truth of it. If somebody asks you, please sit down. It's a physical activity. Get up, another physical activity. Run, swim, climb, drive. All these are different physical activity. Listen carefully. These are physical activities, bodily activities. But the physical body by itself is not an activity. It is. Body is not a bodily activity. To be the body, what should you do? To run, the body must get up and run. To swim, to climb, to jump. Physical body is not a physical activity. Same way within. Meditation, being yourself, is not a mind or a mental activity. In your presence, awareness, meditation that you are, activities can take place, but a thought by itself is not meditation, nor the absence of thought is absence of meditation. Meditation is your being. A thought you can use. See that, friends. Being yourself, the silence is so effortless. Everything comes and goes, including electricity. Even your body, the youth comes and goes. Childhood passes. Body passes. Thoughts pass. You are always the same. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Just see these things very clearly for yourself. Please see this. You think for yourself and see it. Just take this example. Few minutes before, the electricity went off. Please. When the light, electricity goes off, light goes off, fan stops. When the fan stops, listen please, fan stops. Your body is sweating because there is no much air. Your body is now sweating. Your thoughts that can report, oh, it is now electricity gone, body is sweating, but you are conscious. That doesn't get affected by the electricity failure, the fan moving or not moving. There is comfort or discomfort. Listen carefully, friends. The physical comfort and discomfort has nothing to do with your being with yourself. Extend it. Your riches and poverty has nothing to do with your being the satisfaction, the happiness, the meditation itself. These relative so-called conveniences or inconveniences you cannot escape. relative conveniences, inconvenience, you cannot escape because it's a continuously changing factor. Now it is hot, now it is cold. It's not only, listen carefully, not only sensations, sounds and touches, like now the crow is singing. In the morning, maybe the cuckoos are singing. Different birds, you have no choice over it. Touches of many kinds, cold, heat, even personal. A person is there, now gone from your life. Sights of many kinds. You come here, you see some sight. You go back home. Wherever you go, around the world, another planet, another star, go wherever you go. What you see goes on changing. Seeing doesn't change. If you fall in love with what you see, you shall be miserable because you can't be with that all the time because that thing by itself is not everlasting. It will not always springtime and therefore flowers and fragrance. There shall be autumn, everything shall fall off. There shall be winter. Not only in case of sounds, touches, tastes, smells, sights of life. See these principles. Even human beings, today they are bringing spring breeze to your life. Tomorrow they shall bring you the desert wind. Deception of the highest kind. Your man can cheat you, your woman can cheat you, your own children can destroy you. Just we have been to outside, been to the country in Cambodia, the seas, Angkor Wat was beautiful. While talking something, a person was telling about the local person, a guy who was telling, the king appointed a man, believed in him completely, and that is the person completely went against him, threw him out as well. He had to be 10 years banished into China. Comes back. What does he do? Hands over the entire kingdom to the people. Right thing to do. He may be a king, but the princess, 4-year-old, his own daughter, died, blood cancer. The diseases don't respect royalty, nor they invade the poor. Understand, please. This happens to every life. Perceptions continuous, but what you perceive will not last. That includes your body. You have seen your childhood, 4-year-old body. You may remember your 4-year-old body, 5-year-old. Now you are 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, then fades away. But if you fall in love with my 14-year-old body, you are miserable. Be ageless and enjoy changing ages. A changing, aging body is beautiful. A changing, aging universe is beautiful. You can't get stuck on a particular condition. Listen carefully. Nor conditions are allowed to be stuck. Nature is fantastic, profound. Imagine there is a dung all the time. How do you like it? First day it will be interesting. Second day, boring. Just imagine one goes paper. Suppose you have got a TV. Now your TV got hundreds of stations. Hundreds of all these cable TVs and all that. Hundreds of channels there. Imagine watching TV means one picture pasted. You put it on, one picture comes. Never changes. However beautiful it is. However beautiful. Pasted. How long do you watch it? Imagine the whole world is standstill, comes to a standstill. Now, and finished. You shall enjoy it because you are sitting down after your food, had a bath, you are fresh, or like this, because for you it's now 11:15, so it's beautiful. Now suppose that for somebody it is winter, midnight. Somewhere it will be in the world. Siberia, winter and midnight, stuck. How will happen? What will happen? Things will change, but you don't change. That is something lacking in our understanding, because all of us have gone through school, college, universities, educated, experienced through life, but nobody introduced us to that essential existence, that sense of being that is me. They gave me roles and expected me to take the roles as me as they are playing the same thing in life. You understand, friends, how pathetic it is? The masks meet, the roles are meeting, the persons are dead and gone. You like it or not, look at your own families, look at your own self. You are not looking at yourself as you are. You are looking at yourself through your body. Body is young, I am young. Body is old, I am old. Ah, miserable. Looking at yourself through your poverty or prosperity. So much of money, poverty, you understand? Looking at yourself through your friends. Oh, so many friends are looking up to me. They are looking up to you. You are deluding yourself. They are looking up. They don't look up to you. They are looking up to your role, position, your money, your standing in the society. Suppose tomorrow you are nobody. Your money is gone. Your position is gone. Your phone will not ring. You see that. There is a story in our childhood, school days. The one man was very much stuck on his family. My son, my daughter, my husband, my wife, like anybody else in the world, normal things of life, that's why it isn't wrong, isn't it? And then when the man goes to his guru and he says, look, he says, why don't you come and study sometimes, understand about yourself? And this person says, where is the time? Family, my husband and my wife, my husband, my child, my friend. I say, now don't say my only wife and my husband is the seeker, wives are all burden, waste of time. Man or woman doesn't matter, it's a life. Samsara doesn't mean man only married, woman also married, no? So think. So whether a man or woman doesn't matter, goes to the guru and he says, look, this has happened, I don't know what to do. A man was as much stuck on everything, a woman also that much stuck. It's a human situation. Anyway, so goes there. The person says, I have no time. We have to do so many things for everybody. Then he says, all right, this Sunday, when every one of them is in the family, you just drop, just pretend to faint and as though to die. See what happens. And tell them that if anything happens to me, call my guru. I said, okay. So this person pretended at 9 o'clock in the morning, he suddenly started pretending, I don't know, why am I feeling, I don't know, why I'm feeling so uncomfortable, I think something is going to happen. Made a big show so that everybody came in, and then they put them there, and then he went. They had already told him that when something, by chance something happens, you must call my guru. So the guru came immediately. 9:30, he comes up, the guru comes there. Guru touches, they both are playing games. He touches everywhere. I say, oh, this man is going to, his life is ebbing out almost. There is one way out. Any one of you can give you 2 years of life, he can be alive for 2 years. Any one of you can give 2 years. Or one year everybody gives. So 10 of you, 10 years you will get. It will happen. Will you do that? Everybody is now quiet. Then one after another, anyway he is already old, he has already lived his life, so let him go peacefully. And naturally. All the 10 want to say the same thing, but one person has to be representative, right? So he told, and everybody said, yes, whatever it is. Then he said, okay, let us wait for some time. All of you sit down, close your eyes and pray. Then all of the fellows sit down and quietly sitting down. This fellow tickled him up. The fellow wakes up. Oh, he's all right now. Everybody, oh, very good, Dada, come back, nice. That man has listened to everything. Understand? It's not his story, it's everybody's story. We think, if I'm not here, the whole world is going to collapse. Don't worry. If you are not here, the world will continue better. Okay. Think, friends, you are a mess to yourself and you are messing up everybody else. I am not being sarcastic. Please understand, friends, I am not being sarcastic. Be honest. As you cannot find your happiness from others, you cannot get unhappiness from others. Take it and think over it. Nobody in the world can make you happy because happiness is yourself. And nobody can make you unhappy because happiness is yourself. Once you recognize it, you respect everybody for who they are and for whatever they have. Somebody is poor, so what? He is absolute fulfillment, a blessing. But he has some poverty, so what? He is ageless. Now he is aging. Maybe 4-year-old or 40-year-old, maybe 80-year-old, so what? It's the divine dancing away. It's not a poetry. It's not some type of a philosophy trying to give some positive thinking. It's not so. Upanishads, our beautiful scriptures are so beautiful. You are infinite not because the book says so, because you are infinity, because you are immortal, therefore the book reveals it. You are free not because teacher says so, because you are free, therefore the Guru reveals it. There is no, understand, there is nobody who can give you freedom because it is yours. Nobody can take away your freedom. Political freedom, yes, somebody can take it away. Political freedom is not freedom. You have seen the history of the world. People are struggling for political freedom. They got it. Now you are politically free. What happened? Socially bound. Destroy the social mores. Socially also free. It doesn't matter anymore what you do or what you don't do. It's like this generation, me generation. How does it matter if I do this? Correct. Socially you made yourself free. Still you are not free. Financial freedom. Be the richest. Why richest? Some semblance of riches. Have it. Still you are not free. Why? Something deep within you feel bound. That freedom, the sense of freedom, being who you are, and not because you are holding on to something, because you have riches, therefore you are free. Then the riches goes, freedom goes. You are a socialite, therefore you are free, or very respected. That position is taken away, you are useless. Think, friends. You have got a job, therefore you are powerful. Job is gone, power goes with it. When everything gone, still can you shine with a tremendous infinite splendor? Everything gone. But who you are is not something which is a goable entity. It cannot be taken away. What you have, you cannot hold on to. You cannot keep it. Who you are, nobody can snatch it. Abhaya vinasam abhyasasya nakaschit kartum arhati. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, amazing statement. Vinasam abhyasasya nakaschit kartum arhati. Hey Arjuna, asya abhyasya vinasa nakaschit kartum arhati. Nakaschit, nobody. Shankara comments, Bhagavan api, even God himself cannot touch you. Because you are the God, the truth in yourself. Nobody can touch you. Nainam chindanti sastrani. The weapons cannot cut you down. The water cannot drown you. The fire cannot burn you down. The wind cannot blow you away. Think of your thoughts. Can it be blown away by wind? Then, when there is a heavy depression, rejection, some type of a obsession is in your head, put on the fan on the top speed and show your head. Then it blow it away. After every cyclone, everybody is free. Will it happen? Nainam dahati pavaka. Neither can it be burned down by the heat or the fire. Burn your thoughts away, you can't. No fire can touch it. Water cannot drown it. Heavy depression, obsession, go and keep yourself down under water. Think, friends, your thoughts cannot be touched. What about you? But these thoughts seem to touch you because you have no idea of yourself being who you are. Because you take yourself to be a thought, therefore other thoughts affect you. Are you getting that point, please? Because you take yourself to be a thought, therefore others' thought affect you. Listen, sir. Here is a flower, here is a flower. Okay, these are very sweet ones, and I don't want to cross them, just an example, okay, that's so nice. Here is a flower, here is a flower. If I do this, two flowers will hit each other, right? I drop the flowers, two hands will clap, right? Two hands will clap. Just take away. Two flowers, okay? I drop one flower. Now what shall it hit? Only one flower. Can it hit the space? It's already in space. Why is the question of hitting the space? Now drop the flower. With both hands, clap. One hand. Space doesn't fight with the hand. I thought and other thoughts. You understand? If there is a clash inside, conflict, confusion, fear, anxiety, obsession, compulsion, call it even kindness, compassion, doesn't matter good or bad emotions, that's for you. It has nothing to do with you being who you are. These emotions will come as a byproduct, but the ahankar, the I thought is fighting with other thoughts. Without the I thought, listen carefully, this is a flower. I have already told you all this. This is a flower. Good or bad? Beautiful or ugly? Flower has no sense of ugliness. Flower has no sense of beauty. Are you getting that point, please? Flower has no sense of beauty. Flower has no sense of ugliness, right? Neither if you say flower, oh, you are so beautiful. You are like a serpent. And there is also Shiva inside, the Shiva Linga, Nagalinga. So you are, Now the flower does not feel, oh. Excellent. Try that. Human being feels it. Tell the body will not feel it. But one who takes himself with the body, how do you say? Oh, you are looking so beautiful. Oh, you are looking so handsome. Suddenly 6 hours, huh? Right? Think, friend, I am not telling you a joke. Who is reacting? Oh, your thoughts are so beautiful. It's nothing. It's nothing? All right, you are stupid. How can you say like that? Think of it. I am not talking in jokes. Think. Why do you succumb to this type of ups and downs? Because deep within you, you are not yourself, but you are looking at yourself through another thought. So the I thought holding on to other, therefore crashing. So in that, who creates the problem? The other thoughts or the I thought? Are you getting that? These other thoughts have no individuality. Thoughts have no individuality. Do you understand that language? Like this flower. The flower has no individuality. The flower doesn't feel beautiful. The flower doesn't feel ugly. Your body doesn't feel beautiful or handsome or ugly, healthy or sick, old or young. I feel, that is the flower. That is the flower. With the flowers, think of the external riches. The Kohinoor doesn't feel rich. The owner. The land doesn't feel rich. The landowner. The body doesn't feel young or old. The body owner. The thought by itself is not rich or poor. The thought by itself is not ugly or beautiful. The owner. The moment it comes in, affected you. What do you have to do? Just one thing. I, myself, who I am. The moment you see the reality, and you are it, you are not a thought. We have been used to understand, we have been used to these perceptions. What you see, we have lost ourselves in. Like as I told you, few moments, electricity gone. Fan stops, humidity builds up, body starts sweating. You are supposed to, you close your eyes and you are with yourself. Does it get affected? Consciousness doesn't converse. Consciousness doesn't talk, doesn't comment. Commentary comes from where? The eye says, oh, it is so hot. That means meditation is gone. Understand, it's not a matter of laughter or a joke or anything. You better see it for yourself. And once you see and be it, you shall enjoy the humidity, enjoy the best of the climate, enjoy the living, enjoy dying, enjoy poverty, enjoy prosperity, enjoy being feted, eulogized, praised, or being destroyed, vilified. It doesn't matter. That is where these verses comes in Bhagavad Gita. Tulya ninda stutiri mauni, santushto yena kenachit. Tulya ninda stutiri mauni. This person who is happy with himself, mauni, totally quiet. Consciousness has no language. It doesn't speak or think. Mauna. Not speaking, if you are mauni, when you start speaking, your mauna vrata is broken. That is the religious man. Therefore, the secular should not say, I don't do the vrata, neither I break it. Therefore, how much you enjoy either. One person considers mortification, renunciation, denial as holiness. Other person considers indulgence, mindless enjoyment as pleasure. Who is better? Both are stupid. Understand? Your sense of being is not dependent upon the presence or absence of thing. You are happy not because you have billions. You are happy not because you are a renunciate. Then, if being poor you are happy, you are incapable of being rich. If being rich you are happy, you shall be incapable of being poor, and therefore you shall suffer. Your things will change. Be the changeless and enjoy the changes. The sense of enjoyment, listen carefully, the sense of enjoyment, it doesn't come from you. I'm talking a relative language. You are comfortable with every situation because you are comfortable with being yourself. Simple. It's a very interesting observation. Think of a river. Please, I want you to think of it. Okay? Think of a river starting. Okay? You think river starting. Right in front of you, let us say you have reached, what is that point? No, Gomukh also, okay. Gomukh also, why not? You can reach Gomukh or nearby home, that Kurugu, Talakaveri. Okay, the river front. Okay, just you reach there. You know, go to the source. Have you seen Kaveri? big. In source, how big the Kaveri is? Idava. If you go there, somebody tells you, this is Kaveri. What nonsense. This is Kaveri. Why? It's just a small little place with little water coming out of it. This is source of Kaveri? Yes. Listen. Good Gomukh, that thing, little water is coming out. This is Ganges. You have seen it in Kanpur, you have seen it in Ganga Sagar, you have seen it in Banaras, miles across. Then somebody shows you Gomukh and he says, this is Ganga. Will you believe? They say, okay. Suppose you are starting there and a river starting. You are standing there and a river is starting from a point. Let us say it is going to become a river. Now, what is the direction it will take? Ultimately, a river goes to the ocean, right or wrong? Wherever it may start, ultimately the river goes to the ocean, right or wrong? What is the path? What is the path? Anywhere, no. So, any turn it takes, it only talking towards the home, right or wrong? Understand, friends, in life. Every turn that comes in your life, you like it or not, it is always towards home. Don't be hopeless. Anything that happens, disaster, or great things happens in your life. You meet somebody fantastic, you meet somebody horrible. Wonderful job, no job. Now money, now nothing. Now so much friendliness, now deception. Whatever happens, when the river is flowing, any turn is towards the home, right or wrong? When he reaches home, the ocean, what does he discover? I was always the water. Searching, emerge where? When you merge, meaning what? No more there is any flow, because it's already, circle is complete. And where is that complete? With water. What was it all along? Water. When he is one with the ocean, the sense of travel comes to an end. No more traveling. No more struggling. Yet, the flow continues. How beautiful. Life is like that. Each child, when you are born, this body is like a river. Consciousness doesn't flow. Are you getting that point, please? Consciousness doesn't flow. Because flow involves absence in a place. The consciousness being present in and through everywhere. Here, there, everywhere, all pervasive. That is why they call Nitya Sarvagata Sthanuhu Achaloyam Sanatana. Nitya, eternally, Sarvagata. Sarvagata, it has gone into everything. Tasmat Sthanu, steady. Achala, immobile. There is no movement. Because movement is possible from a place to place where it is not. Since everywhere, no movement. So consciousness doesn't flow. Body flows. Thoughts flow. Even this physical body, if you look at it, there is no flow again. Remember the Tattva classes. 5 elements. This body made out of 5 elements. Space, air, fire, water, earth. Pancha Mahabhuta Sarira. Onto the elements it go back. The space goes to space. The air to air, fire to fire, water to water, earth to earth. Breathing stops. That air is available for others, no more for this body. Fire goes away, body becomes cold. Water, take it away, this much ashes. Sprinkle it in the earth, finished. When you are alive, 6 feet space. Ashes, 1 foot on, one little pot. Thrown away, space back to us, everything. So it came out of the elements, sustained by the elements, unto the elements it go back. So does it come from this creation? Or come into this creation? Comes into this creation. Into? Never. comes from this universe. You're coming into creation means with every matter, with every body, new matter will be born. It doesn't. There is no coming into. Understand? That language doesn't exist. Coming into doesn't exist. Always a part of it, sustained by it. Other day I was giving an example to you. Remember I was telling the man standing in, I don't know whether I told you that story or not, just forget it. So many places you talk, you don't know which place, what you talk. Anyway, so the person is drunk, walks out, he's walking out, he's outside, he's drunk, and he meets up friends of a park. Listen carefully. Outside the park. But it meets a fence. He tries to go, it doesn't go in. He cannot go in. So what he says? Let me be out, let me be out. Is he out or in? Just within a fence, let me out. Listen carefully, friend. This struck me like a hell. I couldn't believe it's so fantastic. That little fence, how much of things behind him? How much of space? Free space. One little semblance of an obstacle. Let me be out. Out. Out he is. I thought meets a thought, a block, and he says, let me be out. How much freedom inside? Do you understand? Don't sit down there to say, yes, so nice. Who? I thought is releasing it. For God's sake, it is so subtle and so beautiful. You know why? Because if you really understand what is your need, listen carefully, the word need. What is your need to remind yourself? No pita, no mata, no brata, no data, no father, no mother, no brother. Really? That is the truth. If you are not your what mother, father, brother, sister, shall you start with I am not. Thereafter you don't have to say my mother is not, father is not, sister is nobody is there. But the whole focus is on what? Not this, not this. Who is doing this? Not this, not this. You are sitting down there, this thought is not me. If you are not there, you are not going to say the thought is not me. Therefore suddenly the ahankar can take a twist and say, that's why I don't meditate. Oh really? So meditation is an action. That's why you don't meditate, right? You can be caught in your own trap. Ask yourself, friends, listening to these things for the longest time, do you feel absolutely free? You are it. No struggle of any kind. Any struggle, any sense of struggle, any sense of obstacle, any sense of pleasure or pain, understand, is a misnomer. It doesn't have a reality. Understand? Pain will be there, pleasure is there. Painful sensation will be there, pleasurable sensation will be there. Or else, why Krishna will say something wrong with him? Why do you say, Sukhe dukhe samikrutva, labha labho jaya jayo? This wise person who understands himself, he considers the sukha, dukkha, pain or pleasure, profit or loss, labha labho, jaya jayo, victory or defeat, all one and the same. That means what? Victory will be there, but he will not feel victorious. Defeat will be there, he doesn't feel defeated. Do you understand the point? Who is this Sthita Prajna? Any example, any particular verse you take. Yada sammarate chayam kurumongani va sarvasaha. Indriyani indriyarthebhya tasya prajna pratisthita. Hey Arjuna, that person, he is established in that absolute wisdom in himself, who behaves like a turtle. Who behaves like a turtle. Not that he is a turtle. Behaves like a turtle. Examples. Kurmangani vasarvasa. Kurma, the turtle, with all the 6 parts, 4 legs, mouth, tail, out walking. Slowly walking. The moment it senses a hint of danger, what happens? On the 6, effortlessly. It doesn't take time. Goes in to what? To protect itself, which is not created, already existing. He goes there. Thereafter, you must have seen this Animal Planet movie, Discovery Channel. What will happen? These cheetahs or these tiger or this boy, what it is, hyenas or the wild dogs or the lion, they will be playing this way, that way, try everything. That in their mouth will be slipping from that hard shell. This way, tired, they go away. This fellow, then after that they go, turns back, start walking. So if you say wise man is never involved in anything, so what is the question of withdrawing? What is the question of yada sammarate chayam? Yada ayam purusha, when this man sammarate, withdraws. Withdrawal involves involvement. Without involvement, what is the withdrawal? How to withdraw from the world unless you are involved with the world? Involvement is natural. Living with this body is natural. But suffering with this body is not. Aging with this body is natural. Suffering is not. So the moment you get a hint of so-called pain or pleasure, I don't know, whatever it is, you know exactly where to start. There is no struggle there. So, you sit down, think for yourself. Like a river, in every turn is only towards home. Your every movement is within yourself. When you have this, read it. The first verse, then you go to 6th verse. Where the first one is the line around which the rest 20-30 verses depends on. The first verse always you should chant. First verse, read it. Tattva Vijnana Sandhasam Adaya Rudayodarat Nana Vida Paramarsha Shalyodhara Kruto Maya. Good verse number 5. Kvasapna Kasusuptirva Vacha Jagaranam Tatha Kvaturiyam Vayam Vapi Swamahimni Stitasya Me Kvaduram Kvasamipam Vam Bahyam Kvabhyantaram Kvavam Kvasthulam Kvachava Sukshmam Swamahim Nistitasya Me. Right, so beautiful. Please see that. So now, Janaka, until now, 18 chapters over, hundreds of verses over, 18 chapters over. Having understood it, now he is sharing his understanding with the teacher. It's like sharing a fulfillment thing. That is what life is, like gratitude. The parents do their best to bring up the children. Children, once they grow up, they must show their gratitude to the parents. But because of this, now this has happened, I am very happy. Fine, listen carefully. What type of gratitude will be there? Convenience. Thank you for educating me, bringing me to this world, helping me to grow up, educating me. Now I am like this for my sake. But both parents as well as children, listen carefully. In a relative world, they might be achievers. Relative world, they might have accumulated enough securities. But these relative securities are not any way shall provide them the absolute security. Listen, please. Yet, if you start thinking, shall I be comfortable in life or uncomfortable in life? Oh, comfort also has not bring me happiness. So, discomfort will give you happiness? No. So, everybody nice, get educated, get things, get resources, get the securities of life. But if you are looking for absolute security, we will not get it. The example is very beautifully presented in this because every man's dream is to be like a king. And Janaka has already got it. Janaka, even after being a king of a kingdom, looked for self-knowledge. Now this man thinks if he has got 10 cows, he will be very happy. What do you think? This is what the delusion of the every generation, not our generation, every generation. Like you can see that the artists, like suppose somebody, movies or the games or the music, dance or that, cricket, football and all these people, all these entertainers, what they shall they do? We are doing our best to add to the pleasures of people's world. If you are doing, what about the pleasure of yourself? How are you looking for pleasures? What you are doing, listen carefully. The person who is teaching us to make money, he has made enough money. What is he still looking for? If you talk like that, it will look very cynical. It's not cynical. When the scripture points it out, it's out of love and affection. That is why when Shankara says, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Mudhamate, oh Mudhamate, oh fool, oh stupid one, wake up. When the wise one says stupid, that's a waking up call. It's not because of the wise person lets you down. It's not like that. Murkha, how stupid you are, out of love and affection. Your own child, what do you say? How can you be so stupid? Meaning, you are so intelligent, don't be stupid. That way it is done. The person who is helping me, teaching me how to make money, to get security, himself is insecure. Most successful investment banker, insecure. Most successful millionaire, billionaire, insecure. Simultaneously, we must say, therefore, that does not mean the person who is poor, poorest of the poor, is very secure. Simultaneously, you have to say, because if you say only that investment banker or the rich man is not very secure, immediately the rich man's mind it will come up as the poor man is very secure. Therefore, what is wrong? I may be very rich. That's cool. That's very good. Poor man is not secure, but poor man has hope. Rich man runs out of hope. Poor man thinks, if only I can be rich, I'll be something. Once you are already rich, what do you say? If only what? The poor man says, if only I can be rich. Uneducated can think, if only I can be educated. Unemployed person can think, if only I can be employed. Now the rich man cannot think, if only I can be poor, but that's how he started, no. The person with everything, he says, indulgent, because if only I can be renunciate, that's how he started. You started with nothing, right or wrong, sir? A child starts with ignorance. If ignorance is such bliss, then why do you want to get out of ignorance? Ignorance is a bliss in a helpless sense of the term. It's like you have got advanced stage of cancer, you don't know it. You are dancing away. One day stomach ache, go open up. Fourth stage. But you have enjoyed your life. Why? Because you didn't know anything about it. Ignorance is bliss. The hypochondriac, he thinks anything that is a scratch, it must be cancer. If there is a little, Oh, it must be TB, tuberculosis. Right? Anything. If he's little throbbing somewhere, oh, right side means heart attack, okay? Mahadeva. If ignorance is as bliss, why did you struggle for knowledge? And if the relative knowledge is the ultimate game, then how come the person who is educating me himself is still searching? My professor who is teaching me is still looking for something. But they will not tell that, no. Vedas are fabulous. Vedas shall say, anything, understand, by doing which you do an action, action being limited, result will be limited. You cannot get a limitless happiness by doing an action. It has a beginning, it will have an end. You want something never to end? Yes, I want to be happy. For some time or for always, for all times to come. I want to be happy for all times to come. How many people understand that? I can tell you, sir, think it over. Other day I was talking to you. Oh, how many people really look for happiness at all times? We are so beautifully deluded today. Most people will be very comfortable if they are not unhappy in life. That is why food time, food is there. Job time, job is there. Driving time, roads are not blocked. Petrol time, petrol is available. Hunger time, food is available. If there is no unhappiness, that's good enough in life. People are continuously looking for not to be unhappy. Avoiding unhappiness. Happiness nobody is looking for. That is why the moment you cannot avoid not being unhappy, suppose you are not unhappy, hope you understand that concept. A child is not unhappy because he is yet to be unhappy. Don't say child is happy. He is not unhappy. Then things start coming in, thoughts start coming in, life starts growing, he becomes unhappy in life. Most people, once they become unhappy, they want to go back to that stage, not being unhappy. Forget that unhappiness. That is why our generation, especially now, there are a million ways of escaping into not unhappy stage. You watch a movie for 3 hours, you are not unhappy. Don't say you are happy. Are you getting that point, please? For 3 hours, you are not unhappy. Watch this IPL now. It is becoming like a what? Like a epidemic. Every evening, thousands of people in front of the TV, millions of people in front of TV, thousands of people on the whatever that happening in that place. Cricketers, it's never enough. Now they are trying to do old people's game also for $30,000 per day. Money is the mantra, like it or not. Panchakshari mantra, 5 letters. Namah Shivaya, M-O-N-E-Y. Finish. That is the one. It's so much entertaining people, all right, just play a game and don't charge money, let us see. Even after millions of crores and crores, still there must be money. Insatiable. Take that money, cricket produces it, take that further, cricket, Olympic and Olympic. Then open up hospitals and schools for people. Invest that money in research. Who will do it? Anyway, let's not talk about it. Think. So forgetting for 3 hours, not unhappy. Then, after that the game is over. All right, let's think of the dinner. Then start the fight. What is this dinner? Cold. After 3 hours of forgetfulness of unhappiness, now you are returned to your unhappiness, fighting for the dinner, who shall sit down where, who shall sleep where, whose pillow is whose. Fantastic. This is common man's story in life. Happiness, friends. Look, what is that absolute? Once you look for it, thereafter your life becomes what? As simple and beautiful, like the kurma, like the, what is that? Tortoise. You are involved with life. You are not walking away from it. But you know how to involve. Where to involve, where to withdraw. If life sometimes forces you to withdraw, you withdraw. Like as you are growing old, whether you like it or not, life withdraws itself from you. Can't hear from a distance. Can't see from a distance. Don't plan Everest climbing. 50, 60-year-old, and I am planning for going to Everest. Why? One Japanese lady, 100-year-old, he died, he crossed 1.5 kilometers swimming, therefore I will also must do. Nothing wrong. Let somebody be inspiration. Keep your body fit. But with the best of the health, you will be die healthy. Die you shall. It's not a helpless statement. As long as you are living, live happily. How? Avoiding unhappiness or being happy? Ask yourself, do you want to live avoiding unhappiness, or you shall live happy all the time? Which one? Most people's life is avoiding unhappiness. Avoid the unhappiness. Sir, if you are avoiding unhappiness, you shall be meeting wall after wall. Obstacles after obstacles. But you are happily living, every obstacle also is happiness. Every obstacle, listen carefully, every obstacle is a super experience of life. It's not only dawn and dusk you can write poems, you can write also in the midday and midnight. It's not only in the youth and the celebration you shall write poems, even in old age and death also you can write poems. In every turn of the river, there is movement towards the source. Movement, at least river and river and the ocean, if you think, as though movement towards the source. If you understand about yourself, in every thought, every sensation, in every perception, you are in the source. There is no towards. There is no movement towards. You are always with yourself. When you see these things, now, Bhagavan, what is his name? ASHTAVAKRA, after finishing the teaching, Janaka understands it, now he shares his wisdom, how he is fulfilled gratitude. So that he tells the teacher, you don't have to worry about me at all anymore. Free. I am free. And there is no dependence on you either. Understand? Think of it. Dependence, listen carefully, dependence is such a subtle game, a very, very subtle idea, subtle, very subtle emotion, if you can say that, very subtle. A person very strong, very confident, what shall he say? I don't depend on anybody. Why? I have my own money. Huh? So you are dependent on the money, right? I don't depend on anybody. I have my education, so you are dependent on education. I don't depend on anybody. My thoughts are fantastic, so you are dependent on your thoughts. Understand? Unconsciously, you are announcing your bondage in the name of freedom. Because if the thoughts change, what will happen? Such people who have announced this deluding freedom, later on when their world is shattered, money gone, job gone, people disappear, thoughts go crazy, they can't even come back to others because they said they are free. Now they are suffering inside. Understand? Freedom means, friends, told you the other day, when shall you know you are free? When nobody cares whether you are free or not. When no more there is a worry or anxiety, whether the thought is there or not there, body is there or not there, something is there or not there, somebody is there or not there, it makes no difference. Why? Existence is, I am, everybody is. Finish. Your sense of being, nobody takes away. If your sense of being is dependent on the body, when the body is going, you feel threatened. If your sense of being is dependent on the thought, you will feel threatened. If your meditation is presence of a particular thought, like many meditation schools, they will say that, you want to meditate? Take this mantra and meditate on this mantra. Meaning you get lost, bound for the rest of your life. Because if that thought is not there, you are finished. Somebody challenges the thought, you shall destroy them. Your own thoughts overwhelm it, you shall feel frightened. Or somebody says, meditation means no thought. Every thought you shall be afraid of. These are the line. First verse, Nana Vida Paramarsa Salya Uddhara. These doubts, these opinions, these conclusions of this kind, meditation is a holy thought or the absence of it. Freedom is to do this or not to do this. Happiness is to have this or not to have this. Understand? Unconditional, unconditioned reality, for God's sake, don't try to condition it. Happiness is not a condition. Listen carefully. Freedom is not a condition to fulfill. Certain conditions if you fulfill, then you will be free. What type of freedom is that? To be free, what conditions shall I fulfill? Think, friends, is most powerful statement. That is why millions will feel threatened in your life. Why? Because you don't come under their subjugation. You shall not come under their thumb. Because you are a person free by yourself. There shall be afraid of you, or they shall be frightened of you, or they shall hate you. They shall be frightened of you because you are no more under their control. Or they shall hate you because they are not like that. A wise person, understand. Wisdom is something, oh God, is so beautiful. It's being itself. And such a person, one who knows this, he shall not put up conditions. That is why to live within the boundaries, to live within the conditions, you have to pay a lot of price. We are a group. We all say, our way of greeting is 2 hands or 2 legs or something like that. So if you don't raise 2 hands means you are idiot, right? Or our way of telling Om Om, or you are telling Hari Hari, something. Or what is your greeting? So greetings divide you. The dressings, the type of dresses you put on, the language you speak, the food you eat, coteries, groups and division. So a different meditation group. You go somewhere, they shall say open eye meditation. We all do open eye meditation. Why? What happens? Close your eyes, something will get lost or what? Or if it is open eye meditation, what's wrong with that? Okay, do you? Are you happy with being open, keeping your eyes open? Yeah, do it. But don't ask me to do it. What do? I like my eyes closed, I like my eyes open also. What do you do to that fellow? The fellow who opens his eyes will hate the person who closes his eyes. The person who closes his eyes will hate the person who opens his eyes. Both also, these are cults. Each one, the kettle calling their pan black. So each one thinks a cult. But the real fellow is you. What is the meditation? Open the eyes? Yes. Closing the eyes? Yes. How can both be? That also yes. You are comfortable with every word. No conditions apply. But these conditions, how nicely it says, Salya Udhara, like a thorn it has gone into your flesh. Conditions of many kinds. To be religious, you put on this dress, speak this Sanskrit language, or chant this only, look at this way and pray, look at that one and pray, left side, right side, front, back. What nonsense? Sides. All pervasive can't have sides. Listen, friends, unless there is a point of reference, there are no sides. Direction is, space is directionless. Your space is not a point. Consciousness, beyond directions. Is it morning or evening? Dawn or dusk? Youth or old age? Conditions are not there. That is why every condition is beautiful. Ko swapna, ko susupti, ko jagaranam tatha. Oh, when a person is wise man, openly for him, he is very happy in the waking. Or dream is the best condition, or sleep. Hey, ko swapna, ko jagara, ko susupti. I am. Waking, dream, deep sleep state, 3 states continue. Which one is better? Whichever one is it, whichever one is present, that is the better. In waking, you don't look for, I wish I can go to sleep now. Why waking? What waking tires you? Now sleeping, hey, wake up, don't wake me up. Why? Because sleep is so nice. I'm feeling so stupid, there is no, don't take me out of not unhappiness state. So you resist. The person is happy to wake up, happy to dream, happy to sleep. Because in himself, there is no waking, no dream, deep sleep. Samadhi, being yourself, samadhi, there is no waking. Listen carefully, there is no waking. But waking is characterized by perception. When you say you are awake means what? You are perceiving, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. You are waking. In meditation, there is no perception because you are being yourself. It's not because of perception, nor it is absence of it. You are yourself. Nor you go for dream. Dream means what? Dream is characterized by projection. Helpless projection. That also you don't depend upon. Listen carefully. People can close their eyes and projecting their thing. It's not a projection. Meditation is not a projection because thoughts may not be there. Deep sleep is characterized by ignorance. Naham janami, nakinjit janami. Neither I know myself nor I know anything else. Sukhena nidranubhuyita. Really slept. I didn't know myself, I don't know anything else. Pure ignorance. That characterizes deep sleep. In yourself, you are being yourself, samadhi. There is no ignorance because you are aware of yourself, aware of everything. The truth of everything is yourself. There is no dream because no projection is affecting you. No waking because no perception is affecting you. So you are comfortable with waking, dream, deep sleep. Comfortable without all these things. Freedom, absolute kind. Who is that? Everybody. There is no special guy. Are you getting that point to it? The trouble is we have made this wisdom as something specialized. No. Just like those days, it was only the kings who were riding the elephant. Or it was the rich only who was driving the car. Nowadays, everybody can drive a car, everybody can drive things. When you go to plane these days, old timers, they hate the plane travel these days. Why? Everybody is traveling. Those days they were only traveling. Only few people are traveling. So therefore, those who are plane travelers, they are very things. I'm telling you the same thing, friends. This wisdom is as commonplace as cycling nowadays. Or walking. You are walking, no? Yes, you are walking wisdom. You like it or not. But there was a time when few people, there are only 3-4 guys, their photographs are hanging everywhere. And people are trying to make it, adding to that specialty group. Only few. Wisdom is not a group. It's an universal touch. Experiences are a specialty group. Experience is a specialty group. Think, friends. Living, there is nothing special about it. Either a king or a commoner, breathe, live. Living, being alive, there is nothing special. the way you live, that is something special. Being yourself, being in the meditation, being the freedom, being immortal, being divine, nothing special. How you maintain your body, how you maintain your wisdom, how you express your wisdom. Like walking for everybody is same. But if you are a runner, you are a dancer, you are a mountain climber, there is something speciality. Walking, what is the speciality? What is the speciality in walking? Everybody walks. Being alive. Understand, the touch of divinity is so commonplace. But people love to be exclusive group. That's why they want to make certain experiences are very exclusive. Coteries, Wise man and 3-4 hangers on around, right? They destroy the truth. Remember, friends, you divinize a human being, listen carefully. You divinize a human being, you dehumanize billions. Divinity for all. For God's sake. Don't divinize just one guy and into that group you promote some people more, right? In every generation, few people are becoming very spiritual. Really? And why are they spiritual? Because they see the oneness of the vision. I am included? Yes. Then what is your greatness about it? What is his great? No, listen carefully. What is the greatness of his wisdom? Oh, he sees oneness everywhere. Am I included? Yes. Then? Make it like that. It will be available for everybody. Understand, friends? Divinity is commonplace. Wisdom, oof. Absolutely here and now. Effortless. With that, okay, make life beautiful. That is difficult. Listen, friends. In those days where called great sages or kings, whatever they were living, those days, hundreds and thousands of years, definitely they were not living the style in which we are living today. What was their comfort? It was really denial. Denial, in those days there was not a denial because there is no difference between village and the jungle. Both were nice. Nowadays, suppose I ask you, we are organizing a camp. Please come, rough it out. There are no bathrooms, no toilets. Kosus are plenty. And there will be not honeybees, but these flying home. Those bees will be everywhere around. It's nice and muddy road. Will you please come for the camp? What shall you say? Brahman can wait. Camp can wait. Why? Let me suffer this life with some comfort. Already uncomfortable and going for discomfort also. So people are thinking going to the forest was a denial. Today they will think it is not denial, it is atrocious. Because those days you are not leaving many things behind. Today you have to leave so many things behind. So who shall vote for renunciation? Nobody. They forget the thing. The scriptures, our Vedas, Upanishads, they did not talk about physical renunciation. Listen, friends. Very, very clearly you must see that. The wisdom is so beautiful. Just as, please see, just as Ishvara, just as a person can physically give up, but mentally goes on thinking and suffers. A person can be comfortable with the idea of renunciation, but uncomfortable with the idea of discomfort at the level of the body. That can happen. It's very, very subtle. Very subtle. What is talked about is it is not yours to renounce, first thing. To give up, think of it, to give up something, to renounce something, to deny something, it must be yours, no? How are you going to give up if it is not yours? This 1 acre land adjacent to our ashram, it will be nice if we can also add on, because there is nobody there. Then you say, you get up and Swamiji, you can take it. You can occupy. Happa. Is it yours? Not mine, but occupy. Now what type of donation is that? To give up, it must be yours. Which part of it is yours to give up? Which part of the world is yours to give up? That it is mine, that sense has to be given up, not the object. The object is not in trouble. Because here people have got imaginary possessiveness. In college days you must have done it. Anytime, anywhere. You buy college day, even if you travel. You are walking, suppose you are traveling with a group and you sit down, seat number 3. So next time when you get up, what do you do? Seat number 3, as though it is your patta. You train station, you get into a train. They give you a place, you sit down here for some time. After that, if you say to go out, no, this is where I was sitting down. What is this? That is not allotted to you. Tell me, what is the place in this universe which is allotted to you exclusively? This amount of air is yours. Breathe. This much of water is yours. Breathe. Is it allotted at air and water? Allotted land? Everything is always there. We develop the ownership, then struggle to resist to give it up. Body is not yours to give it up. It already belongs to somebody. That is why Ishavasya says, Ma grudha kasachit dhanam. Ma grudha. Never covet kasachit dhanam. Whose it is? It all belongs to totality, macrocosm, Ishvara. When you come to physical body, your mind, your thoughts, it belongs to the totality, Ishvara. It's not mine to be given up. Nor it is mine to be indulged in, to be depended upon. That is why a person who wants to renounce is as stupid as when a person who wants to possess. It's not yours. You can never possess it. Nor you can ever renounce it, because it was not yours to be renounced. You understand that sense of being, where there is no sense of either renouncing or aggrandizing. Everything, Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. Call it that. Sarvam Brahma, call it that. Meditation, call it that. Whatever you like, be yourself. Such a person. What? Waking, dream, deep sleep, any state is fine. Turiyam vapi, Swami Mr. Turiyam. 3 states are beyond the 3 states. 4th state. Swe mahimni sthitasya me, for who is always abiding in one's own glory, the absolute. Waking, dream, deep sleep state, beyond, everything is one and the same. Kvaduram samipam va, bhayam ko abhyantaram ko va. What is there to say? Oh, happiness far away. There is no distance. Very near, no distance. Where you are standing, how far are you from that place? Wherever you are standing, how far it is from? Are you far away? Of course not. Are you near? Near also means a distance, no? Where are you? In relation to be where you are, how far? Any distance in space? Any distance in space? No distance. So how long in time you should need to cover it? If there is no distance to be covered, there is no time needed. Timeless, spaceless being. What distance from thought to consciousness? Thought is in consciousness. An ignorant man looks for a pilgrimage center outside. I must go to Kashi. I must go to Vrindavan. I must go to Himalayas. He goes there, feels little fulfilled. Meditators, absence of thought, another condition. Or this particular thought, another condition. This particular song, they feel also absence of happiness, unhappiness for some time. But that doesn't solve the problem. There is no distance, no conditions to fulfill. No distance to cover in space, therefore no time needed to cover it. Eternity, now and here, being yourself. Bahyabha, abhyantaramba. The truth, is it outside or inside? In relation to house, space is inside, space is outside. In relation to space, outside or inside? In relation to body, consciousness inside, consciousness outside, as though. In relation to itself, outside or inside? Body moves in consciousness, thoughts move in consciousness. Yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadha. Wherever the thoughts move, is in yourself. Wherever the body moves, is in yourself. That is why for pilgrimage, where should you go? Wherever you are. Remember that Kashi Panchagama, so beautiful. Kashi Panchagama, the entire Bible, that cassettes are still there, I saw. Interested? Please pick it up. It's beautiful. It's a classic class, classes are there. Kashi Panchagama, some other day I was looking at it because somebody wanted, I said, there or not there? There are some still are there. So if anybody interested, please pick it up. It's fantastic. Where is the Kashi? What is the pilgrimage center? What is the pilgrimage? Right here. All the Kashi Kshetram Sariram Tribhuvana Janani Vyapini Jnana Ganga Bhakti Shraddhe Gayam Nijaguru Charana Dhyana Yoga Prayaga Vishveshoyam Turiyam Sakala Janamana Shakshi Bhutandaratma Tirtham Sakalam Madiye Adivasati Puna Tirtham Manyat Kimasti. Shankara writes. If Tirtham Sakalam Yadi Madiye Vasati, if all the pilgrim centers are here, what is the pilgrimage I shall move into that? Kashi Kshetram Sariram, the Kashi Kshetra, physical body itself is Kashi Kshetra. All that is explained there. Tribhuvana Janani Vyapini Jnana Ganga, Mother Ganges. Who is that? Jnana Ganga, Jnana Ganga, the flow of consciousness in all directions. Jnana Ganga. In that, this Kshetra is Kashi. Sariram, this is the Kashi Kshetra. Bhakti Shraddhe Gayam, Bhakti and Shraddha, like Gaya. Nijaguru Charana Dhyana Yoga Prayaga. Meditating on the feet of the teacher means where the teacher stands? In the self. So being with that is Prayaga. Vishveshoyam Turiyam. And where is in Kashi? Where is Vishveshwara? Shiva, Turiyam. Neither waking, nor dream, nor deep sleep. Chaitanya. That is. Sakala Janamana. Where does it exist? Sakala Janamana Shakshi Bhutandaratma. That which is Sakshi, witness of everything in this universe. In and through everybody, everything it is there. That is yourself. So thus, Kashi, Gaya, Prayaga, Vishveshwara, Ganga, everything is here. All the pilgrimage centers, if it is here, Puna Tirtham Manyat Kimasti, where shall I go? And therefore, where shall I not go? It's not that Tirthasthanam here, so laugh at everybody. Where are you going? Kashi. Kashi is here. What are you going there? God's sake, don't do that. That is not wisdom. That is hypocrisy. That is torture. If somebody is finding somebody happiness there, don't you to destroy it. You cannot give him happiness. Don't. Understand? If you cannot give him unhappiness, don't cause unhappiness. You can't give him wisdom. Don't remind him of his ignorance. Simple. If you become sensitive, you become so sensitive in life. But usual people's attitude is what? By chance somebody tells you something, see, I went to, what is that, Cambodia. Yeah, what did you see there? Royal Palace. Yes, but Versailles Palace have you seen? Did I ask you for some further information? Oh, I went to Vietnam. Vietnam, what is there to see? I saw that administration building and all nonsense, war museum, Kuchi and all that. But did you see the puppet dance in the water? No. Then what did you see? Yes. So whatever you see, I must see. Then only it is seen, right? What a waste of time. And for somebody to succumb to it, when somebody says, did you see that? He said, no, I didn't see that. I saw it. That's good for you. You have time to waste, you waste it. I don't have time to waste. If you want to be sarcastic. Because the fellow, but the trouble is the person who is sarcastic cannot take sarcasm from others. Because they think sarcasm is their own very personal, precious right. If other people are laughing at them, that's not right. They are laughing at others, superior cats, you see. Sick brains, you understand? And you don't worry about them because they will have plenty of misery for themselves. Understand? If you want to make yourself miserable, who can save you? And if you have made yourself happy, who can touch you? That's what. Okay? We shall see more of it next class, the next 2 verses. Ishvara, close your eyes, please. Thank you very much.